Disney once said that animation can explain whatever the mind of man can conceive. This facility makes it the most versatile and explicit means of communication yet. He's one of the fathers of animation for a reason, and he couldn't be more right. One of the keys of animation's beauty lies in its versatility, but there's so much more than that. And we'll get into all of that in a second, I promise. But first I want to tell you why. Why this video? Why this idea? Well, come closer. Recently, I've been enjoying animation a lot. Not that I didn't in the past, but nowadays I feel like whenever my friends or family ask me for a movie to recommend, my mind always seems to steer towards something animated.
Hakuna Matata!
I mean, just last week, for example, I watched The Iron Giant with my sister, and that's just one of many examples. And honestly, I've been really curious as to why that's the case. Why do I find animation so much better than live action? That's what this video is for. It's time to explore why it seems like animation always trumps live action. Let's get into it. Animation has been around since the enchanted drawing in 1900 and has evolved throughout the decades, from Emile Cole's Phantasmagorie in 1908 to Walt Disney's Steamboat Willie in 1928 to the brilliance of Studio Ghibli, Disney, and other animation studios, to the prevalence of 3D animation, to recently the surge of gorgeous and poignant anime, and the experimentation of films like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or Puss in Boots. There's one key similarity between them all though: the boundless freedom that animation allows. It's responsible for some of the most beautiful worlds, universes, and environments we've ever seen. And since animation is only constrained by our imagination, it allows for much more creativity than live action could ever produce consistently and in good quality. Animated worlds can be as vivid and imaginative as the human mind allows. Consider films like Spirited Away, where a land of otherworldly spirits comes to life, or Coco, where a vibrant land of the dead is meticulously crafted. These are only a few examples where the crazy creativity of animation is in full display. And because of the creativity that's possible within animation, that really adds to the amount of ways one can tell a story as well. With animation, the canvas is blank, and storytellers can paint universes limited only by their imaginations. Movies like Alice in Wonderland or shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender really show off the intricate world-building capabilities of animation. Think of Avatar: The Last Airbender especially, a show based around people that can wield the four elements, but its magic isn't only in the plot, it's also the amazing variety and breadth of cultures, cities, people that all make sense within the story and within the rules and parameters that the world was built around. These imaginative settings within animation enhance the storytelling, making animation a potent tool for conveying narrative depth.
That was deep.
It's honestly true, that's the thing. But, there's a but here. As much as world building and storytelling are some of the amazing parts of animation, it wouldn't matter if the animation looked like this. In reality, none of what I've mentioned before matters if what's being portrayed on screen isn't aesthetically beautiful. And that's where the artistry of animation really shows its true colors. It's one of the main reasons I personally love it so much. Each frame is like a meticulously crafted work of art. You know, from the hand-drawn masterpieces of Studio Ghibli to the impressive CGI in Disney's recent films. This doesn't even touch on the artistry that anime has been showing off for years, from shows like Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen, which I'm a big fan of, by the way. Animation's unique aesthetics provide a true visual feast for the audience, which for me is one of the biggest factors in distinguishing it from live action. Not only that, there's also such a diverse range of animation styles that have emerged worldwide. From the intricate stop-motion animation of Leica Studios, to the surreal and abstract visions of animators like Tim Burton, for example. Animation also offers a crazy broad spectrum of artistic styles that can appeal to anybody, honestly. That sort of aesthetic diversity, I would argue, only exists in animation. For example, look at this scene from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This is animation like I've never seen before. It's literally an artistic masterpiece. Live action, I'm sorry, just simply can't compete with scenes like this. This is gorgeous. There's one thing though that I haven't mentioned yet that I think is the real key of why so many hold animation so dearly. And that's its appeal across all ages. I'll get to exactly why in a second, but animated films have an unparalleled ability to captivate both children and adults alike. Titles like Toy Story, Up, WALL-E, appeal to diverse age groups, anyone from 3 to 90. They really transcend generational boundaries. These films aren't just for kids, they are enduring works of art that continue to resonate with adult audiences who appreciate the nuance and depth of the storytelling. Like me, for example. But that's not the real secret. See, I have a bit of a hypothesis. I think that because of the fact that animation and cartoons are what we grow up with as kids, those beautiful animated films hit so much harder as we get older. The ones that we used to watch often seem to grow with us as we mature and interpret certain themes and characters differently than we did before. And even movies and shows that we haven't watched. Because we're used to animation when we're younger, there's a fondness and nostalgia there that live action just can't tap into. That, I think, is really the true secret, the ageless appeal of animation. That's the reason why it connects so strongly with so many people. And see, animation has all of this going for it, and some people might still say, oh, but you know, it has no depth, it's childish. And to those people, I would say, have you even watched animation recently? Honestly, they tend to leave a lasting cultural impact and often address complex social issues. Consider The Little Mermaid, for example, which explored themes of self-identity and belonging. Zootopia, which tackled bias and discrimination, or Pocahontas, which explores a topic as important as colonialism. These films don't only entertain, they also have many underlying layers that truly make you think. So to those critics, I would say, what are you talking about? Look, live action may attract more of an audience. It may sell more tickets and win more awards, but personally, my heart will forever be in the hands of animation. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below and give the video a like. I appreciate all the support, guys. See ya in the next one.